Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today I am going to simulate the SYN Flood attack simulation in our lab environment. So for this lab, I am using my Kali Linux as the attacker machine and Windows machine as the victim machine. So from the Kali machine, I am checking the IP address by using the command IP addr. So now I log into the Windows victim machine and I am running the IP config command to check the Windows IP address. So victim machine. So this is our target machine IP address. So now let's move to the Kali Linux, and now I am running the nmap command on the attacker host, like in the target machine, to identify what are the services and what are the ports are available to do the SYN Flood attack. So it's running. Here we can see the available ports are 135, 139, 445. The 445 is a SMB port, and it is we can use the 445 port for the today's simulation attack. So again I am running the particular nmaps command on the particular port 445, and this is the command line nmap -pn -p. Our target port is 445 and target machine IP address. Here you can see it's listening and it is open. So now we can run the tcp dump command to capture the network traffic which we are initiating from the our attacker machine Kali Linux to the Windows machine, and this is the query like sudo tcp dump -n1 eth0 our host. So what is our target machine? Windows machine. So I mentioned host is a Windows machine IP address, and our target port is tcp port 445. So now it will capture the network traffic which we are initiating. Now I am opening the another terminal from the Kali Linux, and here I am running the hp ping command to run the sync. It is useful to send the sync package to the attacker from attacker machine to the victim machine. So this is the command we are using sudo hping3 -s. S stands for the it's a TCP flag. It indicates the sync packet, and our port is 445. Here you can say -p 445 and -c 100 means, so I want to send only 100 sync packets from the attacker machine to the victim machine. So I mentioned the victim machine IP address. So now the Kali Linux, like a attacker machine, will send the sync packets to the victim machine. See the logs. It's sending sync packets and sync acknowledgement packet and reset packet. In usual TCP three-way handshake, the client will send the first sync packet. Next, server will respond with the sync acknowledgement, and client will respond with the acknowledgement. Then communication will be established. But in this scenario, here our Kali Linux sending the sync packet and Windows machine responding with the sync plus acknowledgement. But immediately our Kali Linux is resetting the connection because we don't want to establish the communication. The same pattern attacker will also follow. So why they can do the sync flood attacks means they can come to know by using the sync flood attacks. So what are the ports and what are the services are available on the particular victim machine. So now let's move to the Splunk to investigate it. So from Splunk, what we can investigate? So we used to receive some suspicious port scan alert or sync flood attack. So from where we can get to see the source IP, destination IP, and source port and destination port. So now the same logs we can collect from the Splunk. Then how we can connect, like how we can collect the logs and how we can do the investigation. So what are the actions we can take as a SOC analyst? So now let's move to the Splunk. So I'm opening my Splunk server with my credentials. So once we log into the Splunk server, we can go to the Splunk search, from where we can identify the logs, and we can check the logs. It's open. I am going to the Splunk search. Here I don't know what index is currently we are using. So that's why I mentioned index equal to star. And I am selecting the time frame is last 60 minutes. So for index equal to star, we can see n number of alerts, like almost 8,000 or 9,000. So, but here you can see the source IP and the destination IP address details, and source port and destination port details. So I'm filtering the query with the source type and source address details. So now let's move to the Splunk, and here I am selecting the source type equal to win event log security. So it will filter the logs. Here you can see some filter, and again I am applying the filter like a I know the source IP address from where the traffic is initiated and from where the attack has been established. So here I mention the source IP. So here what is our source IP? Our Kali Linux IP address will be the source IP. So now we can see only 107. So now I am applying the tabular format. So whatever the required information I need, I am applying the tabular format. So in table I mention source IP address details, destination address, destination port, and event ID and host details. So now we'll get the required information in the tabular format. So here we got the all the result which we are requiring, like source IP, destination IP, source port and destination port, and what are the event IDs. So based on these logs, we can block the source IP address and we can see is there any allowed connections. So please follow this channel for more updates. Thank you.